Okay, the other day I sent an email out to you, and hopefully you got it. It was the one that said, "Don't make this same mistake." And basically, I was telling you about how I just worked it out that I'd lost 3 months of my time on a project that was a complete and total waste of time. And basically, it was where I was building a website in a niche that looked like it had massive potential. There was certainly not enough to retire on, but certainly to make a decent monthly income from. I'm sure you've found niche sites like this before. You know, the ones that seem to be no-brainers. There's not much traffic, but lots and lots, sorry, not much competition, but lots of traffic. And I did everything by the numbers, exactly as the so-called experts had shown me. You know, I found the niche, I built a WordPress blog, I outsourced the content creation, I built some backlinks, but, you know, it wasn't enough. And I was getting something ridiculous, like 6 visitors a day and things like that. So I just had to call it quit and just completely get rid of the website. It was no good. Anyway, I've since learned from that, and I've discovered a WordPress plugin called CB Goliath, and I've decided to take all I've learned and apply it to this project and mix it in with the CB Goliath plugin that I mentioned in my email the other day to you. Now, if you don't have CB Goliath already, or you've never heard of it, you can find out more about it just by clicking on the link below this video, and it'll take you straight to the website where you can get all the details. But what I want to do is show you exactly what it is I'm doing with the plugin and my new strategy based on all I've learned so far. So what I've got here is a website I've already set up. I've spent the past 8 hours or so creating it and getting it going. And I've got all the content in there now, and I'll show you how I've gone about doing that. It's very simple, really. There are 2 sides to it. You've got the content, which is obviously provided by CB Goliath, and I'll show you that in a minute. And the other side of it, of course, is the theme template, the WordPress theme template that you use. Both are really important. So let's take a look at CB Goliath and how that works, and it's very simple. Basically, what you do is, first of all, CB, as you might have guessed, if you saw the logo down there, it stands for ClickBank. And what it does is it gets content from websites that are in the ClickBank marketplace, and it takes a certain portion of the sales letters and brings it over into your blog and posts it as a blog post. Okay. So what you do basically is you type in the keywords that you're going after, your ClickBank category, the subcategory, how you want the results sorted by, etc. Obviously put in your ClickBank ID, how often you want the post to be scheduled, how many it's going to be bringing in, and how many words from the merchant site. So this is obviously the first 500 words of the sales letter. Right, so what happens then is you set it all up. That's the content that you're going to be bringing in. You need to make sure you've got your categories set up where you'd like your content to be posted to. So that's one side of it. Then within ClickBank Goliath, there's also the display options. Now with the display options, you've got 2 options with that. You can display a button, as I have here, and this is just a button that I've made up. It does come with a button already. You can just type in the text here, and that text will appear on your button, but I've gone ahead and created one of my own. You can also have a site thumbnail as well. It basically is a screenshot of the sales letter page that you're directing people to, and it shrinks it down into a thumbnail and displays that with your blog post. Okay, I've not used that because of the theme I'm using, but you know, you can easily go ahead and do that yourself. So let's take a look at the theme. Now what I'm going to do is go over to there now, and we can see this is one of the blog posts that have been pulled in here, and you can see that's where I've used the button. Now I've got my theme from this website here called Elegant Themes. You just go to elegantthemes.com. They've got some really nice themes there. If we look down here, you can see what I mean. It doesn't cost much either, so they're well worth taking a look at. And I've used one of them, but what I've done is I've actually swapped it up a bit. I've changed it around. I've done some tweaking on the typography, changed the background a little bit, a few other bits and pieces here and there, but other than that, it's the same as what we had. So I'll show you the home page. Obviously that's one of the posts that's been pulled in, and that's an excerpt. The top half of it is an excerpt from the sales letter for this particular product. And then we have, like for example, the Get Instant Access button. That's something that's brought in by the WordPress theme. This is the button from CB Goliath. This part of it here, this is all part of the theme. Obviously your theme will look completely different from this, I hope. Then we go back to the home page again. I'll show you how that's set up. So when people arrive, you know, we've got a nice bold headline there to pull people in. It's very important to do that. Your theme again is going to be different from this. I'm just showing you this because this is how I've gone about doing it. So here are just a few more of those posts that have been pulled in. So for example, if I click on there, it's going to take me to this one here, so you can see what's going on there. And I mean, CB Goliath doesn't highlight all these words for it. It just comes in as plain text that would look, you know, like that. But what I recommend you do is when you bring in content, or when CB Goliath brings in content, I recommend you go in and you format it. You pull out certain words, keyword phrases, you pull them out in bold, italic, you cross-link your pages together as well as I've got here. I've got another plugin that I've installed. What that does is it actually cross-links my certain keyword phrases, so we've got this like a lot of interlinking of keyword phrases going on between each of the pages, and that all helps with the search engine optimization of your site. I'll show you those plugins actually. These are the plugins that I've installed on this particular site. So if I go to plugins, and if I go down here, we can see these are all the plugins I've got installed. Obviously there's CB Goliath. These are the ones that I recommend using. For example, we've got CBNet Ping Optimizer. You know, because you can ping these aggregators for your RSS feed. So in other words, whenever you publish something to your blog, it then pings all these aggregators. And obviously you don't want that to happen every time you make a change to your site, because you're going to get blacklisted. So the thing to do is to get CBNet Ping Optimizer, and what will happen is it will only ping the aggregators once, and that's it. That's all you need. And then you've got the Dagon, or Dagon, however you say it, Design Sitemap Generator. That's very good. I've got Easy WP SEO. That's a plugin. That's not a free plugin, by the way. That's a plugin I've recommended previously. That's extremely good. I'll show you how I'm going to use that in a minute. We've got Google XML Sitemaps. It's very good for helping Google spider your entire website. I've got a link cloaking plugin to cloak all my ClickBank links. We've got SEO Autolinks and related posts. That does all the cross-linking I showed you just now. I've got StatPress Reloaded. That's just so I can keep an eye on the traffic, see where people are coming from. I've got W3 Total Cache installed. That's going to speed things up, get the site loading nice and quick. I've got WordPress stats in there as well, just for a second opinion. Obviously we've got the where is it? StatPress is there as well. These two things give me different levels of statistics on my traffic. I've got WP Page Navi, and that's just, instead of having like 1, 2, 3, 4 along the bottom, it just tidies it all up. You know, like when you have several pages at the bottom, it just says like next page or previous page. Instead of doing that, you just get like these nice little kind of squares. It just helps to tidy up the design. It looks like this, if I can show you. Basically it looks like this. It just does that. Okay, so what else do we have? I've got WP hide pages. That just hides some pages I've got here which I don't want appearing in my navigation. I've got WP Smush It, and that reduces image file sizes. That just helps with the loading of the site. And earlier on I tried out WP Super Cache, but I think I'm going to go with W3 Total Cache instead. That's just one I was trying out. So there we have that sort of thing. So you can see all the plugins I've got installed. I may install a few more, I don't know yet. See how it goes. So once I've got the site set up, the next thing of course I'm going to do is I'm going over to Fiverr.com, and I'm going to do a search on links, as I've already done here, and this is how I'm going to get the backlinks to the website. And of course it's only $5 and you can get some really good quality backlinks. Now what I'm doing, one of the beauties of CB Goliath is you're able to target the product name. That's what it's all about. It's all about getting traffic from those people going to Google and typing in the product name. I'm not going after like niche marketing, the niche marketing keyword phrase. That's a waste of time. That is the mistake that I'd made before. That cost me all that time, was that I was going after a too competitive keyword phrase, and it was just a waste of time. The best thing to do is to go over these ultra targeted keyword phrases. Because it's a product name, it just means that it's going to be highly targeted. It's going to be buyer traffic. People going into search engines typing in a product name are more likely to buy something than they are if they just type in the broad category keyword phrase. So that is one of the major advantages of CB Goliath, is you're able to quickly and easily build a blog full of content that's targeted and optimized for the different product names of the products that you're promoting, obviously that are on ClickBank. And so just want to quickly show you one more thing. So we've got all these pages built up here. These are all these blog posts built up, and this link obviously takes people through to the target site, takes people through to the sales letter. If I just click on that, I'll show you what I mean. So well, it should take us through to the sales letter. That's obviously, I've got something to fix there, but that's what's going to happen. As I say, it's a new blog, so every now and then you come across these things. You just need to be sorted out. I think that's about it really. So I'll go back to Fiverr again. Now what I'm looking for here is backlinks, but I'm not looking for like 3,000 backlinks and pyramid for $5, because it's highly likely that they're just going to be trash backlinks. What I'm looking for is quality rather than quantity, and if we look down here and I filter those results by popularity, that's going to be the best way of going about doing this, to find reliable vendors. So if we just scroll down the page here, we can see, look, for example, I will create 21way.edu links for $5. That's the kind of thing I want to be going after. We want to be going after high quality links, and that's going to push me up in the search engines for those keyword phrases of the product names themselves. So there you have it. That's pretty much my entire project in a nutshell there. You've got my entire strategy, how I'm going about doing this, what plugins I'm using, how I'm going to get traffic to those sites, how I'm going to monetize the WordPress blog. And it's not going to be instant overnight success. It's going to be one of those things that's going to be building up over time. And you need to bear that in mind whenever you're building WordPress websites like this. It takes time for traffic to arrive, and once that traffic arrives, it slowly builds up momentum. Okay, so thanks very much, and hopefully this has helped. And of course, don't forget to click on the link below this video. It's going to take you through to the website for CB Goliath, where you can find out more details, and you can also read some great reviews from other people. Okay, thanks very much, and speak to you again very soon, hopefully.